Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my August currently inked. We're going to go ahead and jump in. Just like last month, I will be swatching the inks, likely moving forward as I've created my new ink journal. So let's go ahead and get started. I think I'm going to move this. This is a little pen wrap that my friend Gail made at Gail's Bookish Things. I'll link her below. Sorry for the, I didn't realize I got the wrap stuck, so bear with me. And I want to make sure you all can see. There we go. I'm all set up. Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, so the first pen and ink combination is Platinum Classic and Sepia Black. And then I'll show you the pen that I have it inked in. This is an Iron Gall, I think that's how you say it, ink. So it's supposed to be a permanent ink. I love sepia tone. I have for a very long time. When we had film, camera with film and not the digital cameras that you see now, I used to develop my own film. I took a photography class, and my favorite film was the sepia tone and the black and white. So I will likely have an upcoming video comparing some of the sepia inks that I have. So I paired this with the Leonardo Momento 2.0. This is in the sand colorway. I purchased this last year from Apple Boom pens. I think they're in the UK, and they were having like an amazing sale. And so this is my only Leonardo Momento in my collection because they are quite pricey. So again, this is Platinum. Classic. And Sepia Black. And I will pull these up at the end so you can see them close up. And this is Leonardo. This is a steel nib, and it's fine. It's a fine. It writes so smooth. You couldn't tell by me fumbling around a little bit, but this nib is really, really smooth. I chose this pen for August because number one, of the sand, it reminds me of beach sand and just regular sand. And I just love, I don't know, the way the sun right now in August, especially where I live, it glistens off of the sand. So yeah. The next pen and ink combination, let's start with the ink. I'm using Sailor Manu Akamai. And this is a brownie pink color, almost like a purpley brown, mauvish. You'll see. And I inked it up. It's not a perfect match or anything, but I inked it in my Sailor Pro Gear Slim Mini in Zine Pink. I haven't used this for quite a while, and I really wanted to. I've been getting just back into really enjoying my Sailor pens. And so this ink is Sailor Manyo. And it writes so smooth. This is probably the best combo, pen and ink combo in this pen that I've used. The Tiramisu Opera Rose matches this almost perfectly. However, it wrote really dry in this pen. So this is a Sailor Pro Gear Slim. Mini. And this is a 14K medium fine nib. Doing my research, I do have one other mini. They all come in a medium fine nib. And I just want to mention, I'm talking as loud as I can. I do have some type of upper respiratory infection at the moment. So I apologize if you can't hear me. I did make sure my volume was turned up all the way. So I ask if you could do the same, on whatever device you're using, if you could turn your volume up. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that I am doing the best that I can here. My next pen and ink combination is Birmingham Pen Company Salt Marsh. I purchased this last year with a few other Birmingham Pen Company inks as I was still exploring inks, and I really love this one. I know I used it for multiple months. And I paired this in my Esterbrook SD Sea Glass pen. I think it's a really good match. And I love the flow in this combination. So this is Birmingham Pen Company. And this has the journaler nib on it. Reminds me definitely of the beach with the sea glass color and the salt marsh. So salt marsh. And this is Esterbrook SD. I would love to get their new mini stub. I've been eyeballing that. And this is in sea glass. And this is a journaler nib. Okay, the next pen and ink combo, I'm using Monteverde Lion. And I've been wanting to ink up a yellow, and I figured August is the perfect time. I mean, any time is the perfect time, but I've been wanting to try this ink for a while. And I figured now is the time. And I inked it up in my TWSBI Eco Cream Rose Gold. I haven't used this pen for a while. I am trying to decide if I'm going to keep my TWSBI pens So this is Monteverde. And the reason why I chose this pen is because it has an extra fine, and my experience with Monteverde inks is they're super wet inks. So I figured this would flow very well in this pen. So this is my TWSBI Eco cream rose gold, and this is in an extra fine nib. And it's so smooth. It writes so well. It's really the angle that I was having to write this at. So there's that. The next one is kind of a carryover from last month. I inked it up after my currently inked video, and I love it so much I wanted to use it again, ink it up again and keep it going. And this is a green mix. I just poured in a bunch of greens that didn't have much ink left. I think there were 3, and poured it in this vial here. This does have shimmer in it. It's a silver shimmer. And that came is actually part of the Diamine Alpine, I believe, don't quote me on that, but because one of the inks had shimmer in it, I just can't remember which one. I think it's Alpine. So I'm just gonna put green mix here. And I do actually have it cataloged in this journal. Green mix. And oh, I'm sorry. I have it inked in the TWSBI 580 in the smoke rose gold with a medium nib. This pen writes so well. I love it. TWSBI 580. And this is smoke. I know I'm not being consistent in my lettering, but that's okay. Rose gold. And this has a medium nib. Yeah, and it's very wet, very smooth to write with. Yeah. So the next pen and ink combo is the Birmingham Pen Company Quantum Teal. This ink is super wet, and it does, unfortunately, bleed through this paper. So that's what happened here. I was like, oh, that would look so awesome in this seashell. And that ended up bleeding through. So we'll see. I have it inked up in my Kaweco Sport Iridescent Pearl. And I'm just going to write Pearl. So this is Birmingham Pen Company. And this has a broad nib. Quantum Teal. And this is the first time I'm inking this up in a pen. And I was really looking for a teal color for August. It was between this and I have a Sailor teal that is, it might be my favorite teal actually. So again, this is the Kaweco That is not a good S. Pearl. And it has a broad nib. And I chose this pen specifically for August because it does remind me of seashells on the beach. I just really enjoy it. Okay, the next pen I did actually ink up in July, but it was probably middle to third week. And it's another Platinum Classic ink. And I received a sample from a pen friend. And this is in the classic lavender black. And I've really been enjoying this one. This is one that I would likely purchase a bottle of. But I'm going to use the sample up first. It writes really well in my Laban. I believe this is Century 3776. I think. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. I'm going to put Laban. Oh boy, now I have to look it up. I'm going to put Laban Snow. But this is Platinum. Hold on, there we go. Classic. Lavender black. I have a pencil board underneath because I did not want that Birmingham Pen Company ink seeping through, bleeding through, I should say. And this is Laban. I'm drawing a blank, I apologize guys, but I know this is Snow. And this is an extra fine nib, and it is writing so smooth. I've been using this. I am scripture writing some Psalms and other verses out, focusing on grief, and I've been using this pen and ink combination, and it's been such a joy to write with. Right, and the next pen and ink combination is sort of the same thing. I inked it up probably the second or third week of July, but I didn't really write with it. It was more a curiosity thing, and I figured I'd keep this one inked up and see if I reach for it this month. If not, I'll unink it. And this is Noodler's Black Swan English Roses. This was another ink sample from a friend. You know who you are. Thank you. And I think this color is absolutely beautiful. And again, another ink that I would likely purchase a bottle of, but I have so many bottles. And I have this inked up in my Kaweco AL Sport Hello Kitty. And I think this is lilac, or yeah, I think this is lilac, and it comes in a fine nib. So, and this, the Noodler's inks are also very wet. A lot of them are waterproof. So, Noodler's Black Swan. This particular ink writes very well in this pen. This pen writes very dry, unfortunately. It is very unfortunate for the price of the pen. So I'm glad that I found an ink that is wet enough to enjoy writing with it. So Quebeco AL 4. And this is the Hello Kitty. And I think this is lilac, I'm pretty sure. And this has a fine nib on it. Okay, so the last ink, I did leave another one because I have a tendency of inking something else up. I actually have inked up in 2 pens, and it is because I am testing and comparing these nibs out. So we're just going to swatch this, and I will write the 2 pens nearby. The ink is Kobe ink in Ginza, Ginza, gold sepia. And I have to tell you, this ink is absolutely gorgeous. I do not want to say for sure, but this might be my favorite sepia ink. This here, the Platinum Classic Sepia Black, is gorgeous as well. And I am looking for permanent based inks. So this one is not, you know, so anyway, I have this inked up in this Pilot Elite 95 in black and gold, as well as the Sailor Progrier Slim Full Moon. I think that's what it's called. Both of these have extra fine nibs. They're both Japanese extra fine, so I wanted to compare them. So this is a Kobe ink, and it is the Ginza Gold Sepia. I was very impressed with this ink. It is very, very, very wet to flow through this extra fine. So we have Pilot. I'm going to just put E95. Black gold. And so this is an EF. Can't see that, I'll probably have to rewrite it. And then we have the Sailor Pro Gear Slim. I am very impressed with both of these pens. I had wanted to try an extra fine and a Sailor and in a Pilot Gear Slim for a while, and I was a bit intimidated. I'm like, I don't know. Full Moon. And this is an extra fine nib. Both of these pens write very well. As you will probably see, or maybe not, I will have to pull both of these, pull this up to the screen, but the Pilot has a bit of a thicker line than the Sailor. I am enjoying both of these equally. You know, there have been some days, because I've been alternating days when I use these, and I've been writing in my Bible study journal with them. Some days I want a bit of a thicker line. Some days I want the thinner line, so it works out perfectly. So that is my currently inked at the moment. I'm going to let these dry for just a moment and then I will be back. All right, guys, I am back. So I'm going to pull these up. There is some natural lighting today. So the first pen and ink pairing we have is the Platinum Classic and Sepia Black, with inked with the Leonardo Momento 2.0 and a fine nib. The second pen and ink combo we have is the Sailor Mano Akama, and I have that inked in the Sailor Pro Gear Slim Mini 14K medium fine. I'm loving that. And then the next pen and ink combo is the Birmingham Pen Company Saltmarsh ink, and I put that in the Esterbrook SDC glass with the journaler nib. Then I have the green mix from that I kind of threw together last month. I'm hoping you can see some of that glitter there. It's not showing up in the natural light, and I put that in the TWSBI 580 Smoke Rose Gold with a medium nib. Then we have, I'm going to turn this light on. I don't know if you can see that sheen. This Birmingham Pen Company Quantum Teal is a sheen ink. And I have that in the Kaweco Sport Iridescent Pearl with a broad nib. And I wish there wasn't as much sheen. I love sheening inks, but I'm only getting the purple and not seeing much of the teal. And I'm finding that with their sheening ink. So I'm going to try to maybe put some water in it, water it down and see if that helps a bit. The next ink, pen and ink, is the Platinum Classic in Lavender Black. And I have that in my Laban. I think it's 3776. No, that's Platinum 3776. I can't remember. So, but it's snow and an extra fine nib. Then I have the Noodler's Black Swan English Roses, and I have that inked up in my Kaweco AL Sport Hello Kitty and Lilac with a fine nib. And then the last pen and ink combination is the Kobe Ink Ginza Gold Sepia. And I have two pens with that ink in it at the moment. The Pilot E95 Black Gold with an extra fine nib, and Sailor Pro Gear Slim Full Moon with an extra fine nib. So that is my currently inked for August. I will be back with a progress report most likely. I really enjoy doing that in July, and I think if I can remember to continue the habit over time, it will help as well. It will help me remember by journaling that and sharing it via video, what pen and ink combos I really enjoyed and colors I enjoyed and all of that. So hope you all have a wonderful August. Bye, guys.